Yes, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope that you're all doing very well and welcome back to the second episode of Incensed, a Pokemon GO podcast. I am your show host for today, Pogo Milo UK. A little bit poetic there, that's kind of weird. And here with me today, we have our resident copyright filter, Ian Waterfall, the Wayfarer Master, full 27, and the man who just hit legend in GBL. Today, Casual Coops. Gentlemen, how are you all doing?
I cannot deal with these intros. I am actually crying. I've got tears.
The copyright filter.
Oh, we're good. I'm doing well, mate. I'm doing good.
Fantastic to hear.
I don't think you will. I've actually got tears. I was like trying to cover my mouth from the mic, but yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you, mate? How are you?
I'm fantastic. A little bit knackered after yesterday, but yeah, doing good.
Knackered is an understatement.
It really is. It really is. Ian, how do you like? I mean, I guess it's a pretty solid title, copyright filter. You know, it's a sensible thing.
It's not one I'd go with, but evidence shows last week I did pull us up on a few points, so yeah, I can't really complain.
All right, well, before we jump into today's Pokemon GO pub bollocks, we just wanted to say thank you very much, everybody, for the incredible support for the very first episode.
Yes.
Honestly,
yes,
I'm sure you guys agree with me. I fully didn't expect it to do as well as it did and only had positive feedback.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. So I'm the same as you. So if you are listening to episode 2, thank you so much. Like, we all really appreciate, we all thought about this small little idea that came from Mark and turning it into a reality and actually getting views from it. No, not views. I keep doing that. It's not vlogging, Coops. We're actually getting listeners from it. It's really exciting. I'm sure you can all agree. So guys, thank you so much. Seriously.
Yeah. And thanks, Mark,
Absolutely.
for suggesting
Thanks for
the
being
idea.
Here. Yeah.
There's been worse ideas, hasn't there? I think this one we've actually struck. Well, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but thank you, everyone. Struck gold. This is every episode.
Steady on. It's only episode 2.
Right. Well, on the back of episode 1, I really liked the intro that Coops did. So I want to keep that going, seeing as that podcast is still very much in its infancy. I think it'd be quite interesting to keep that fact-finding theme going, gentlemen.
I'm down. I'm so down.
This could be interesting.
Okay, bearing in mind, wait, because I said this, and I'm going to say this to the not viewers, Coops, to the listeners. I'm going to say this to the listeners. We have not planned this one, okay? I didn't plan my one, and we've not planned this one.
This is a spicy one, gentlemen. I think you'll enjoy this.
Okay, hit us.
The question: what is the dodgiest / riskiest thing you have done playing Pokemon GO? And I want to throw it over to Ian first.
Okay, right. Let's have a think.
I was going to say, have you got one straight off the bat?
I could go.
To think.
Okay, well, I don't know if this really covers what you're asking, but I remember Gen 2 hadn't long since dropped. And we'd all done the things like running into fields at midnight to try and get a Pokemon that was on the nearby. But Gen 2 had just dropped. It was a Friday night. Me and the missus was just having a nice night in. We just had some dinner, and an unknown popped up on our WhatsApp chat. And we're talking, it's about 11 o'clock at night. It's not mega late, but an unknown pops on the WhatsApp, and everyone says, right, it's here. We didn't know how long it got left. So literally, as to the missus, right, got to go out. I'll be back in a few minutes. So I ran out the house, jumped in the car, drove about half a mile, and literally there was about 30 or 40 cars in this very, very small cul-de-sac, just so we could all catch this unknown. Getting the unknown was really good. The shit I got when I got home for telling her that I ran out to get a Pokemon.
Dude,
so
this is the
really
thing, trying to explain
it.
to people that they're like, where are you going? And you've got to explain, I'm going to go to this field, walk through mud, climb over a few horses to get something that's not
Where are you fucking going, Coops?
No, but
He lives in London, doesn't he?
Wait for my story.
You can walk around a horse.
Wait for my story, but no, I'm just saying, like, the fact you have to try and explain to people that don't play the game that you're going to get stuff that's not actually there in real life. They're like, what? Like, it blows their mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
seriously, it is. I was on a lads' weekend in Amsterdam just a couple of
Sorry,
years
Ian,
ago.
you
and we sat in
only
the
get one
pub.
story. Sorry,
We've got
don't
the
get
Yeah, come on, let's save it for another time.
Oh, okay, that's fine. We'll save this for another one. Save this for another time.
Can someone copy and paste my question and we can have another round? Round 2.
Ian, I love you. I love you.
What about you, Mark, my guy? What is your
Oh, God.
riskiest, dodgiest, craziest thing you have done playing this game?
And do you know what? Like, this is hilarious because we said we haven't rehearsed this one, and this one also involves unknown.
No,
Wow,
no, I'm not doing this.
Absolutely ridiculous. I was trying to think of the most risky one we've done. This one involves me and my wife. So believe it or not, she actually came along on this journey as well. So, you know, I had someone there to be with me to sort of make sure I wasn't crazy.
You got an eyewitness.
An eyewitness, yeah, and all the others that were there. So I used to live in Milton Keynes, or used to live near Milton Keynes. Shout out to the Milton Keynes gang. We've had some great times playing Pokemon Go. So we had the tracker on the phone saying that an unknown had appeared, and it was about 1 a.m. by all accounts, from memory now.
It always is.
Yeah.
It's always is.
1 a.m.
And I hadn't got one, and there'd been a few when I've been at work. It popped up on the Twitter feed. Unknown's appeared. I'm going, can't get that one. Oh. So one appears on it, and we have that moment where it's like, I really want to go and get this. I really want to go and get this. So long story short, we don't know where it is in Milton Keynes. Get in the car, drive over there. And much to our, I would say disappointment, but we were so highly motivated, we're going to go and get it. Nothing was going to stop us. We get to a care home.
Really?
In Milton Keynes. Yeah, in the outskirts of Milton Keynes. Tentatively trying to get into this because we couldn't get it from the car. This unknown hasn't just spawned in the back of where the care home is. It's not even in the car park. We're literally crawling in, which we think we're the only ones there. No, there were other people walking around in the dark behind the care home.
I can imagine all these Pokemon Go players on Zimmer frames pretending to be old people that live there.
Some like Mission Impossible shit going on.
Yeah.
And these sensor lights, you know, the ones that ping on this someone moving.
Don't move, stay still.
People are hushed tones going, right, you go over there, it's in that far corner over there, it'll come up. And we're literally, you know, it's by this point we're screwed, right? We're fucked, let's be honest. And we're there trying to get the encounter, and then we're trying to run back quietly to the car and then drive out before we've even caught it.
I'm dying. I could imagine someone going, Mark, it's just in the kitchen, but watch out for old Nanny Pat cooking her spag bowl.
Is this why they started putting the disclaimers on the loading screen? So people
because of Mark.
Do not break and enter.
Respect you guys. I still love you all. You know that. Milton Keynes.
Right, that's a proper cracker. Right, Coops, are you ready? Have you got something?
So I don't want to say this, but you lot are not going to believe this. My story actually involves unknown as well.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh my god.
There's a pattern developing here.
No, I'm only joking. So you're going to hate me. I have way too many stories to even pick one, but lads, I have done the most craziest shit playing this game. As we said, I have trespassed in over 100 properties. I've pushed over little kids trying to run to a hundo.
World's Most Wanted.
Yeah, I have kicked old grannies out the way to try and get to a hundo. I have done the craziest stuff. I can't give you a specific story because if I do, it's going to be 15 minutes long and then it would lead me on to another one, and I can't shout at Ian for telling 2 stories. When I've just done some crazy shit. I've jumped over high walls, high fences. Obviously, I've got a few in my vlogs as well. But yeah, some of the stuff I've done, as you can probably agree, listening, and you gents as well, it's not actually acceptable, but it just becomes acceptable when you're chasing 100% Dratini in 2017, you know?
Beyond the point you think, I fucking go anything. Nothing's going to stop me.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Well, mine doesn't involve unknown. So that's a 50-50 there.
Yeah.
It was back in 2018 when we had the London map tracker thing. I love that map. It was so good. And me and a couple of mates, I was driving us around, 4 of us, hundo hunting, like 3 a.m. kind of job. It was something that happened all the time.
Yep.
And then I think ironically it was a Kanto event, for fuck's sake, that was going on at the time. And I think at something like 2:30 in the morning, a wild Dragonite appeared on the map with like 28 minutes left on it. It was in the middle of a golf course in North London. So of course we drove over and broke in.
Of course.
We walked, but we didn't realize how vast this golf course is. I think we walked in the golf course for about 10 minutes in one direction. What happens when we get to the spawn? The time is ticked over. The event has ended. The Dragonite's gone. Do you have a guess of what Pokemon was in its place?
Okay, so what year? What year?
This is 2018.
Oh, Pidgey or Rattata. I'm going with Mark.
I want to say it was. Oh goodness gracious, a Caterpie.
Caterpie. Ian.
I'm gonna have to go for the other shit one, which is the Weedle.
Okay.
You're all in the right ballpark. It was a Hoot Hoot. A freaking Hoot Hoot appeared. I'm not kidding. I think we stood there for about another 10 minutes going, what the fuck has happened? Like, we didn't realize the time had ticked over. And we're like, well, where's the Dragonite? We're walking in circles around this pitch black golf course, thinking, like, can the groundskeeper not spot us? It's just some lunatics in the fucking dark.
Oh, because you were so mad, you should have bust into your Zac Efron, Troy Bolton from High School Musical 2, the bet on it where he's on the golf club, he's doing his little dance. Actually, no, wait, you lot are not dancers, so you've probably not seen that.
No, I have no idea.
No.
Yeah,
Did
okay.
you save it though? Did you?
Is it just me that watches High School Musical? Okay, we'll cut that bit out.
Yeah, definitely. Milo, remember that.
Insert owl hooting noise here.
Yeah, exactly. I'll find one. So lads, that's some cracking stories, and I can't wait to see what the next host is going to provide. Lads and listeners, we're going to jump into the Kanto stuff now. We're going to talk about the Kanto Tour day in this episode, but before we do that, it is time to throw your incense down. Join us, see if you can get a shiny from it, sending you those shiny and hundo vibes. So gentlemen, throw your incenses down. They're still orange.
They are, yeah.
Grab a drink, be it water or something stronger, and let's get into the chat, boys.
Okay, so talking of drinks, I'm actually drinking a beer today. I hope you lot are as well. Please don't tell me I'm the only one that's having a beer, because I let you lot down last time.
I think you are. I've got water tonight.
Oh,
I've
really?
got
Really?
a neat gin. Yeah.
Oh, yes, nice.
I've
nice.
got
That's
a
alcoholic, I guess.
toddy in here, whiskey with
Yeah,
coffee.
he's got Irish coffee.
Irish coffee, yeah.
Nice. All right, let's go.
Guys, we've just come off of the back of the Kanto Tour day. It was yesterday for us. We're recording this episode especially to cover it. And I feel like the first point I want to ask is, how was your shiny count for the day? Because obviously that was a focal point for the event. You know, there's so many new shinies out. The whole of the Kanto region shiny is now available as a range. Shiny Snorlax, shiny Hitmonlee, Chan, Paras, Spearow, all released. What are your totals?
Are we counting Ditto?
Include Ditto in this one. I did. So
Okay.
Coops, what's your total, my guy?
Well, I think it. You're putting me on the spot. 3, 6,
Oh.
9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. 27 shinies, including Ditto. There you
All
go.
right.
27.
Great number.
Mark, yeah, lucky number for Mark.
Lucky number for Mark.
Oh,
Lucky
yeah,
number for
Masterful
me.
27.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is.
Hey.
Hey, oh,
Nice.
sorry, I didn't realise. Sorry.
Right, well, Mark, what about you?
Well, this is the thing is I got 27 plus shiny Ditto, so 28 in total.
Oh, so he pipped you.
Oh,
Pipped you by one.
yeah.
That's pretty interesting. You both had a similar sort of shiny count.
Yeah.
Because we're similar
I-
legends.
Yeah,
We're
similar legends. Ian, unfortunately,
Whereas
you
I
haven't
am going to
posted
go
your
and take
video
the
yet.
record here. And I could safely say I'm pretty sure I got the lowest out of the four of us. Probably the lowest out of the player base. I got 20.
Whee.
No, yeah, that's actually not that bad.
That's not a bad number. Having said that, Ditto was the only new shiny that I got.
Oh,
Everything
that's
else
a bit shit.
was sucky and repeats.
Yeah, same. I feel that. Do we get into it now? No, Milo's the host.
Yeah,
Milo-
let's-
Milo-
I'll
Milo's
just say
down.
my shiny. I mean, to be honest, like I've obviously won. 52 shinies,
Wow.
52.
and I got both the Hitmonlee and the Hitmonchan.
Oh, all right, I'm done. All right, I'm
Done.
done.
That's
I'm
it.
out of
Right,
here.
end the podcast here.
Yeah.
See you next week, guys.
This is the
Yeah,
big
done.
fuck you, Milo kind
Sorry,
of job. but
hold
hey.
on. You got both Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, and you're about to tell me you
Yes.
got fucking 9 Snorlax, right? You're
Yeah.
about to-
No, Snorlax I think was extinct, but we'll come to that in a little bit. But those are the only two new shinies. But I did get a bunch of shinies that I was actually looking for, like completing. I mean, the Bellsprout shiny family done, ticked off. Like that was brand new. Geodude, Pidgey, all of that gubbins. Yeah, in terms of the new shinies, Ian, obviously you didn't get any apart from the guaranteed Ditto. Coops,
Yeah, same, mate.
So
Same,
nothing
same,
new.
same. Nope.
Mark.
I got what I came out for, and that was I went green for shiny Bellsprout. So a brand new shiny. I got
Good
Ditto
stuff.
and Bellsprout. So
good stuff.
new
Yeah,
shiny.
yeah. No, good stuff.
£6 a shiny. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it's great value.
How many Ekans did you get, Ian?
Absolutely. And you'll see this in the vlog. Absolutely zero.
Oh,
And
man.
I clicked on
Really?
every one. I clicked on
Yes.
every
He was that
one.
desperate. It was like, just give me a fucking shit.
Give me some fucking shinies.
I want it for the memes.
I've stroked my badge long enough for this. Come on.
Yeah, how many? What's your strokes per minute?
I don't know, but I was getting RSI at one point.
Well, I guess this feeds quite nicely into the next question, which is like, did this event actually meet your expectations? Because having, stayed up all night editing my freaking video, I sort of went to bed completely comatose and didn't really pay attention to social media. So, yeah, Ian, what about
I think
you?
for me, it did meet expectations. I had a great day. I really enjoyed myself until I saw everybody else's fucking videos. And then I thought, shit, what the fuck have you done to me, Niantic? Literally watching everybody else get all of these great new shinies and then me feeling really, really sorry for myself and sulking. In hindsight, it was a good day. There were a lot of things which we're going to get onto later. I'm pretty sure that Niantic could have done better to make it a better day for us all.
It's because you're free to play, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I am fucking not free to play.
Not free to play. I'm not free to play.
I'm really not.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I mean, how many raids do we do together, guys?
Not enough, clearly.
How funny was I on the group chat yesterday? I was like, Snorlax. I've got another Snorlax. I've got another, yeah.
It was like constant, boxing punches. Snorlax, take the invites.
Yeah, I was like, I'm sending a Snorlax. I didn't even give you the opportunity to answer.
You were sending them before we could even catch.
Yeah. I was on that Snorlax hype. Sorry, man.
Yeah. So, Mark, did the event meet your expectations?
Do you know what? I have relatively low expectations when it comes to events. Which
I think that's a safer bet, to be honest.
A safer bet. And I went through almost like 2 stages during the event. Now, as a content creator, as we all are, I was beating myself up in the morning because I was actually getting really frustrated with it all. There's too much going on. And I was a bit like, I'm not really enjoying this. However, a couple of quick shinies, I kind of changed my mindset a bit. And actually, I just tried to get involved in the game. And actually, I was expecting to get loads of repeat shinies. So did it manage my expectation? Well, yeah, it did based on that. But, I was 50-50. I didn't come out of it overly overwhelmed by it, if I'm being honest with you. And I felt
it was like a sort of mediocre kind of middle ground.
Exactly, yeah, mediocre.
Yeah, and Coops, having not got any of the new shinies.
Okay, do you want to say that again? Do you want to say that one more time?
No new shinies. No new shinies. What's your thoughts, my guy?
Look, here's my thing, right? This is just me in normal life as well. My expectations are not like Mark. My expectations are so high, and especially for the game. And maybe I should be more like Mark. Maybe I should lower them.
I think we said this last time as your expectations are too fucking high.
Yeah. My expectations for this game, it kind of goes off the base of how much money they earn. A very, very high. So obviously I expect big things. But here's also my issue is that, and I thought about this, and I knew that you were going to ask questions today, Milo, and I wanted to answer them. I don't just want to be that negative bitch that I always am. I wanted to be, constructive.
It's a light and frothy guy.
Yes.
Surely.
Yeah. So frothy. I like that.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, obviously I was bitterly disappointed with the whole event. I felt very deflated. As you know, after an hour to get to where I was, an hour to get back, a 12-hour grind, we're pushing 14, 15 hours plus the 5-6 hour edit. We're pushing 24 hours around this event. So I was bitterly disappointed. But I did also think my opinion of this event that I thought it was bad was based off what I got. Whereas if I got a shiny Hitmonlee and a shiny Hitmonchan, or I got a shiny Snorlax, or I got a shiny Taurus and a shiny whatever Spearow, my opinion of this event would have been completely the opposite. So it's hard for anybody to answer that question, because no disrespect, Milo, but of course you're going to say this event's good because you got the shiny Hitmon, you got both the fighters.
Yeah,
whereas
have different opinion.
yeah, so whereas if you didn't, but I got Hitmonlee, Spearow, and Snorlax, I would be sitting here going, it was so lit. So it's a really tough question, and I think anybody that sits back and really thinks about it, they can agree with what I'm saying. An event with Niantic really goes off the opinion of what you got from it, and that's what
subjective.
I believe.
Yeah, entirely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Entirely.
But to answer your question, I thought it was fucking shit.
just to clarify,
just surmise.
if you weren't clear already. I honestly, okay, so yes, I got 2 of the new shinies, and I clicked every single Paras and Spearow I could, including when they were basically non-existent in the last 2 hours. I don't know if you guys noticed that. They just sort of fucking disappeared. And they're barely around for this Kanto week. They're not even included in the fucking wild spawns.
I mean, I haven't left the house, bro. I'm still
It's
in a
unreal.
coma. I'm still in a coma from yesterday.
But yeah, I thought I had a really fun day, but then I was getting a shiny sort of the equivalent of every 15 to 20 minutes. So I was kind of keeping going and all of that. What I find is interesting is that Mark touched on it in saying there was too much going on. Now, this is something that we do need to talk about, because I'm fully with you, mate.
Yeah.
That honestly, it was a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
There was so much happening, and I would love to hear your thoughts about it. So
save me till last.
Before we jump into that, I just want to say, like, how did you guys play? Because I saw Coops and Mark, you went out and about. Mark, you were in the car a little bit, weren't you?
I was. So I was mainly, I mean, the weather was awful in the morning. So I was driving around, I stayed in the village. The whole event was in the village. So was in the car driving around, scaring people as I was doing laps around where they lived, and that must have freaked them out, seeing me crawling along in my car doing
5
that.
miles an hour.
But sneaky fucker.
Yeah. But I got out and about, and my wife, she was brilliant, dragged me out and said, listen, let's go down by the canal, let's go for some nice walks. So we were literally just out and about. The spawns were amazing, but we were out on foot for the rest of it after the first couple of hours.
I hope you bought her a coffee, dragging her about.
She dragged me about, which was a positive. I'm a very lucky guy. So that worked really well.
Play as well? Did she play as well?
She did, but not the event, ironically. So it was.
Nice.
I think it was a win that I got something out of it, and we could both be feeling better, because I was a bit, going back to the previous point. After the first couple of hours, I was almost questioning if I was going to carry on playing it. I was just.
Oh really?
Facts.
Damn.
Facts, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Ian, what about you? How did you play this event?
Well, I got outside. You couldn't play this
he
event
left
from
the house.
You literally could not have done this event from home. It's
and
impossible.
You still got shafted to some extent.
And I still got fucked over.
But don't forget, Ian's more casual than me. He just takes 5 meters down the local park and then goes
that's
home.
his walk.
Yeah.
And Coops, I saw that you went out and about. You were out for a good chunk of the time, weren't you, mate?
Like I said, mate, 12-hour grind, bro. 14 if you count in the journey. I was on that grind, man. I was on that grind for sure.
And I was the same. I was out for the full 12 hours as well. Didn't sit down really at all. Always moving. And looking at social media, it was interesting to see the difference in sort of how people actually played it. Some people did play it from home on Incense only. And even though they were doing that, they actually had a better day than maybe even Ian did. It's so bizarre.
I should have just stayed at home.
Yeah,
I should have just stayed at home and live streamed it.
Yeah, he should have. We need to come to this point is, how could they have done it better, guys? And there's 1,000 million different ways that we could have changed this. So who wants to throw their 2 cents into this?
I will go straight away because it's one that I'm passionate about.
Do it,
in.
Regionals in raids. Niantic, what the actual fuck? Seriously. We've just paid £12, and I appreciate the raids were there for everybody, whether they were actually playing the event or not. And yes, you did give us 9 free in-person raid passes, premium battle passes. You gave us 3 free remote raid passes. But seriously, come on. The shiny rates for these regionals were shockingly bad. I think I must have raided 40 or 50 of these regionals and didn't get a single thing.
Yeah. Everybody that I was with, mate, were the same. Some said to me, I've just done my 70th far-fetched. And I was like, and you haven't got a shiny? They were like, no. I was like, rah, bro.
That's awful. That's.
I mean, put them
shit.
in raids. Fine, put them in raids, but put them in the wild as well for us, because we can't get these again. We're in a pandemic. We cannot travel. I can't jump on a plane to Japan or to Australia to get these regionals. So,
you can definitely not do that if you can barely go for a walk down the local park.
I tell you what,
Gets the
my
airport.
ankle after 8 hours out was absolutely. I was almost falling over.
Yeah, no, I'm fully with you on that. The regionals in raids was the one of the biggest mistakes, and it did feel like a slap in the face. Also, because you mentioned that they gave you 3 remote raid passes, didn't they? For free,
Yes,
included with that.
Yeah.
You had to do 4 raids anyway, because the Tauros and the Kangaskhan and the other regionals, they stopped spawning at 9 o'clock your local time. So today, if you, I've got some people in my local groups who didn't actually do those collection challenges, and now they're completely fucked. They can't do that collection challenge.
But no offense, it don't matter. The collection challenge.
I know it doesn't.
They give you what a lucky egg and a charge TM.
I know it's bollocks. It is complete bollocks. But it's if someone wants to complete the medal, etc., or whatever. It's going to sit there in your today tab for all of time now, and that's Niantic. Like, just give 4
until
or
they
allow
come back into raids.
Yeah, for 2023, whatever the fuck it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'd like to jump in and put forward my opinion on something which I hope will resonate with you. The Go challenges from the Pokestops.
I thought we were going around asking people. that was my moment.
No, I had to jump in and dive into on that because
they were absolutely terrible.
They were so annoying, weren't they? Coops, come on, man.
Okay,
vent.
I've even forgotten the question now. To be fair, no, but you were saying what was the question? I can't even bloody remember.
What could Niantic have done better?
Done better.
So going back to what we can all agree with, first of all, way too much, way too much. Shiny checking, XL candy, raids, all the research, way too much going on, and I said this, like, by the time I'd done a Mewtwo, let's just use the Pallet Town hour. By the time I'd done a Mewtwo raid, a Taurus raid, done a few shiny checks, done the research, done a bit of filming, by the time I'd done all of that, I'd been like, hold on, I've caught 4 Pidgeys, 1 Rattata, and 2 Charmander in an hour. I was like, that's all. Like, it was just, and then obviously, like you said, that stupid challenge with the avatars that takes so fucking long. I mean, obviously, it was the same idea that when they wanted Shadow Wooper in the game, they definitely had the same idea. But I love the problem is at the start of my video, I said this is such an amazing idea. Like, this game, the possibilities are endless, and I'm so excited to see how far the game's going to come. You've got someone's avatar at a stop that's so epic, but why at every single fucking stop? Every single one, and you couldn't couldn't like press an X and turn it off. It was like, and in the end, I stopped spinning stops because I can't be fucking bothered with this shit. It's too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I just play devil's advocate here?
No, you can't.
No, seriously. In Niantic's defense, if there wasn't a lot going on, we'd all be sat here bitching that there was nothing to do.
No, that's absolutely not true, because the spawns I thought were actually decent. It was a Kanto event, and in Pallet Town you had the Pallet Town spawns. In Cerulean City, you had. So I will just disagree with you there. If they'd taken away all of the researches, even I could have put up with the avatars. Because all I could have done was grind for XL candy, catch some shinies, and do raids. And for me, that would have been more than happy. Those stupid fucking collection challenges, and like Mark said, you feel like you have to complete them, and all they do is give you 1,000 dust and a fucking star piece. I don't give a shit about that. But like Mark says, you feel like they're so distracting, and everything pops up in the bottom left corner every half a second, going, "Oh, you've done 4 out of 5, oh, 6 out of 8. You fucking hell, I hated it."
Yeah, we'll tone it down. And Mark, go have an opinion.
What could they have done? No, exactly. And do you know what? I mean, what could they have done better? Given us 5 photobomb encounters with Snorlax. What the hell was that about? You know, every previous event we've done, 5 pictures, photobomb. The format's straightforward. It's always been there since they've done it.
We only got 1, didn't we?
We only got one. Yeah.
So there's me going, we're going to get 5 Snorlax. If it even leaked, of course, someone put on there, 5 encounters with Snorlax. I thought, happy days, brilliant. Did the one. If I went, there's not another one, change it. No, not another one. Hold on it. Right, hold on it.
Just got one. Well, I thought that. I was like, wait, hang on.
Like, even just normal Snorlax was almost very endangered at that point. Shiny was extinct.
It was a myth. It was like Gibble last year. They put it in the front of the bloody poster, and it was a myth. It was a myth.
Oh, it was. And again, when I first put it on, I just wanted to, on the last edition, the first episode, we talked about what we were going to do. I was going to treat it like a community day. I was going to treat it like I could just catch things, grind. The spawns were really good, and I don't want to take that away from them. They nailed the spawns on it. But, you're there going, well, I need to do that raid. I need to do that raid. That invite's coming. Still haven't got a shiny. There's another one there. I'm going to do that one. I'm going to use my free pass there. And like you said, Pallet Town went and gone really quickly.
Yeah, really quickly, I
think I've only seen two Spearows in there, and I'm like, what the?
Yeah, see, I did almost the opposite, where I focused on the wild spawns and stuff, and the collection challenges, I quick catch and get every Pokemon caught and get it done and dusted out the way for each hour. So I had that done after the first sort of 6 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't find the collection challenge as distracting, to be honest.
You just get it done and dusted, so it's ticked off. That's what I found. But then towards the end of the day, I'm like, oh fuck, I haven't nearly raided enough Kangaskhan and Farfetch that I wanted to.
But that's what I'm saying.
I haven't done it.
It's just taking out distractions. I'm sorry, all the even that research about the defeat in the avatars in the end.
Oh my god!
Charge TM. It gives you, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it was just so distracting to the point of like why? Like, whose idea was this? It's so dead. Like, if you're going to put a research line in, make it good. Like, I actually enjoyed the Mew one, but like, it was just way too much. Not the Mew one, sorry, the Ditto one.
The Ditto, yeah.
Sorry.
Ditto one was good. Ditto one was good.
That's what I'm saying. And then when you go to the left-hand side and all these pictures of people that have hashtagged, no one cares, bro.
That confused me. Did that confuse you guys? Because I thought it was supposed to be like, hey, these are photos from the Kanto day, and there were a few with people with their Pokemon, but there were others that were just like random selfies. And like
members only,
Yeah, exactly. They set up their OnlyFans account and linked to Pokemon Go.
And that's all I'm saying.
So I'm confused.
I'm not.
So when do you start yours, Milo?
We'll do a countdown on episode 3, shall we?
I know Coops is waiting for it.
When we get 500 listeners, me and Milo are doing a collab
on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! But I want to go back to that extra random Kanto Day research that was at the top of the Today tab. You had to defeat 13 or 14 of those Go Challenger people, and fuck me, it took a long time.
That was the Ditto quest, wasn't it? Yeah.
No, not even the Ditto quest. It was the
Challenger
one.
It was under the selfies. It was under the selfies on the left.
That you got random encounters with. You just got random shit from it, and you had to defeat 13 of them. I think the last page.
1, 2, 3, 4. It went up, didn't it? It went up 1 every time. Didn't it? Yeah, it was
the last page was 3 and 5.
Yeah, I didn't finish it.
That was when you had to defeat them with your buddy, wasn't it? Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah. I was thinking like this, literally these Go Challenger things. Yeah, they're a funky, cool idea, and you might do 1 or 2 for banter, and it was quite fun to feature them on a video. But oh my god, they took forever because there was no way of judging the lineup that you faced unless you actually took time to learn what costume of the avatar was and linked their Pokemon to it. Which, frankly, my life's too fucking short to do.
mate, this will show you how much I care. I didn't even finish it. I did the first 3 pages. I got to the last page, Milo, and like you said, bruv, it said you've got to defeat 8. Yeah. And I literally and I asked my mate. I said, Sam, I said, is that right? I said, if I complete this, I get a charge TM, a fast TM, and a lucky egg. And he went, yeah, mate, that's all you get. I won't fucking do it then. And I didn't finish it.
Did you, Ian and Mark? Did you find that like tedious as well?
Very tedious, but I completed all of the challenges. The one I found the most tedious was the evolutions.
Oh, fuck me. No.
I'm still working my way through them.
Fuck. The only blessing is that obviously that carried over, so you didn't have to stress and do it. Somebody I know in our group Out and About did it on the go. I'm thinking like, you're wasting so many shiny checks, my guy. Don't do it on the day.
It's just, the thing is, like, I know we talked about we're in a pandemic and that, and we are. But even on the research to Ditto, you had to trade Pokemon and only like step 3 or 4. And yes. I genuinely, if a wife wasn't there, and that, you just can't, I didn't know someone who played, didn't live with me, I couldn't have done it. I would not have been able to have got Shiny Ditto. I wouldn't have been able to have done it.
Unfortunately, mate, we live definitely over 40 kilometers away.
40k isn't enough. So yeah, Mark, you're in that category where like the trading would have actually not have worked.
And I can't do the red ones. I'm stuck now on that. So
really?
I can't.
Oh no, you can do the red ones if you get your wife to trade the
She hasn't
ones that
got
you
them.
need.
That's the one she hasn't got the ones I need. So
yeah, she didn't pay for the event, Ian. If you were listening at the start,
No. If you've already got if you've already got them,
she hasn't got Ekans,
old ones in your
ironically.
decks, then you can actually trade them and they count towards the trade challenge.
It's Ekans, guys. You would not believe it. It's the one that Ian's got loads of. The one at least
You're gonna have to break the lockdown curfew.
only one.
Sort that.
Only one that no one's got.
No.
So we're absolutely stuck. So I'm going to try and jump on some of the local raid lobbies and see if I can just become friends to do an Ekans trade within 40 kilometers.
Christ alive. Right. The big one that we need to talk about is the fat bastard that is Snorlax. Guys, give me some thoughts because, oh my God. Oh my fucking God.
So first of all, I'll just chime in if you guys don't mind, and I will just say releasing full details of the event 2 hours before it starts is fucking unacceptable for any
You can
company.
see why they did it though, can't you?
Yeah, there is no way in
they
any...
knew.
Yeah,
Exactly.
In
They
any...
knew.
It's so true.
They
In
knew
any-
our reaction was going to be so toxic. Yeah.
Guys, the players are going to fucking hate us more than they already do. So we'll put it out there. I think it was released only 2.5 hours before the first region of New Zealand actually began their event. Which, can you imagine if you booked tickets to go somewhere on a holiday and then, yeah, with a flight company.
You get your
and
itinerary of 2 hours.
yeah, they
before
tell you,
fly.
oh, by the way, this is where you're flying to 2.5 hours before you're supposed to get there. And you think, well, fuck.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's completely. Like, I don't care. Like I love this game, yeah, and I respect what Niantic do, but it's unacceptable. You cannot do that. It's you cannot do that. And then to release it, get so many complaints in the hour, you then change it. I mean, come on. I mean, the whole thing was a bit of a mess, to be honest.
Yeah, and the problem is that they didn't change the regional stuff. They changed the thing about Snorlax and the other rare Pokemon that were only going to be in the special research. I don't know whether somebody at Niantic doesn't actually have a brain cell. That's the thing. Surely you'd need to read your announcement and look at it and go, that doesn't sound like a good idea, does it?
They share that one, and it was with another intern that week.
So they've been plotting there. They've been plotting there. But none of us got the shiny Snorlax. Does anybody know anybody who got the shiny Snorlax?
Not personally, no.
No.
Not from my local players. No.
Nothing here either.
No.
I know that Zoe Two Dots got one.
But there's a reason for that, isn't there, Coops?
Ooh,
Potentially.
Ian, you say it. I've been moaning too much. You say it.
Well, Coops and I have been chatting, and this may or may not be a thing, and no disrespect to any other content creators, but we firmly believe that there is a little tick box on Niantic's accounts where if you are on their approved list of content creators, you will have a better chance of getting these rare shinies.
Because I think and Ian, like we said, this is a bit of a conspiracy theory because I haven't seen any of the big guys from America. Because as Mida said, we're filming this. God damn it, we're recording this.
We are.
Sorry, yeah, on Sunday night, and obviously, they haven't posted anything. But if I see another video of a big creator, because Niantic knows that these videos are going to get potentially up to 1 million views. There is potential.
It's great advertising for them,
yeah.
absolutely.
And Mark, I have to agree with you, bro. If another big creator does get the shiny Snorlax, especially through research, I will be like, that's fishy.
Yes.
That is really, really, really fishy. And like I said, like no hate to Zoe, I think it's amazing, but I do not know anyone out of hundreds and hundreds of people that did not get it through was it 4 checks in the research?
I think there was, yeah, in total.
3 or 4, yeah.
And she gets, I'm just a bit like, come on. So Ian, I like I said, we're being a bit premature. It's a bit of a conspiracy theory, but if some of the other big Americans do get a shiny Snorlax, I will be like, it's hard to not believe it,
There's absolutely no bad blood, no animosity, but there's something going on at Niantic if another creator gets one. Absolutely. It can't just be down to RNG.
But as well, it's smart business, right? They know these videos have got potential to get thousands and thousands of views.
Hell yeah, you've only got to look at these guys' GoFest videos. I mean, all of them were absolutely rinsing it on GoFest.
Huge, but not that the amount of people that it reaches out to. But listen, like I said, that's just a conspiracy theory. But maybe in the next episode,
Yeah,
if
can
one of
validate
them
we'll be
does,
kicking them off. you know,
Yeah, but
anyone who. Sorry, Coops. I was just gonna say, and you know, we've been out and about walking around, but there's loads. You know, there's some content creators without mentioning them because that's not fair. You know, that'll do it all from their flat and live stream it for 12 hours. You know, and if they're still getting shiny Snorlaxes, then I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest.
That's
with
it, because that's how a lot of them are playing it. I know that Zoe Two Dots went out and she live streamed it on the go, so I can like obviously you got the research Snorlax, but you could have very well got it in the wild or in a raid. A lot of people live stream the event now. And if you're sat at home and you can get a shiny Snorlax like that, and I've been out on my feet for 12 fucking hours. And
Doing how many raids, Milo?
Raids.
Yeah.
I lost count, honestly. But I only saw 3 wild shiny not shiny Snorlax.
Wow.
Normal Snorlax.
I didn't see any.
I didn't see a single one in the wild.
Nothing in the wild.
No.
None for Mark.
Nothing.
So between us, we've each fuck all, basically.
We've seen 0.6 of a Snorlax in the wild. We've just seen like one of its legs and half of its fat body. but no, yeah, just to wrap that up, obviously that is just a conspiracy theory. We only sort of banter in here, but if one of the other big creators does get one, listen, do I blame Niantic for doing that as advertisement? Of course I don't. It is great advertisement, but if you've got a fucking brain in your head, you can put 2 and 2 together and be like, there's definitely a switch that they can pull. 100%.
Yeah, fully. But on that point of you saying about marketing, guys, we need to talk about the fact that of how this was actually, announced and all of that. They put Snorlax at the forefront. It's a big fat Pokemon. It was right there on the poster, and it was advertised as a new shiny and all of that. And then it was advertised saying it's an encounter in the research and all of this. They mentioned it a lot, and it was included in that bracket with Aerodactyl and Lickitung and Lapras that were rarer Pokemon.
See, I saw loads of Lapras, loads of Aerodactyl. Absolutely loads of them.
Yeah, same.
Same here,
yeah. Mark as well. Yeah.
I had Laprases appearing in most random of places, and I was going, wow, okay, that's a rare spawn apparently. But yeah, I must have, I kid you not, guys, I must have seen 24 Laprases, over it.
Yeah.
And I can't complain either, even with the Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, because I transferred I transferred 95 Hitmonchans and Hitmonlees, as well as the ones that ran, because we know they're big CPs. So, like I said, I was super happy with the spawning.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was happy with the spawns. Just the Snorlax thing and the regional thing was a really, I don't know.
I just think it's a big, it was a misrepresentation of the event massively. I wouldn't have not got the ticket if they had said shiny Snorlax is going to be super duper rare, but I would have rather they had said so, and fucking well ahead of time. We're coming back to that point, Coops, of them talking about and releasing this information literally a matter of hours before the event starts. You can't do that, particularly with such big event details.
You can't take your 3, 4, 500 million. You can't do that because they're going to get millions anyway, even if they released the details 2 months ago. But you can't just take your 50, your 500 million and then go, oh, by the way, it doesn't work like that. Life doesn't work like that. We all pay you because, like I said, Gibble last year, fucking nowhere to be seen. Snorlax this year, nowhere to be seen. But listen, I suppose we learn our lesson, right? If Dino ever is on the front of a poster, I am not attending that event. I am not attending that event. We've all learned our lesson. But yeah, you can't advertise, because it's the same thing if you advertise a product in real life and let's just say a toothbrush, and you put the toothbrush in the front of the poster, and then you buy the product and you don't get the toothbrush. Like what? That doesn't make any sense. And don't get me wrong, before people listening go, yeah, but the shiny on the poster wasn't advertised, it was the regular one. But we all understand how this game works, right? We understand, we get it, we understand how it works. But yeah, it was definitely, like you said, mate, a kick in the nuts for sure.
And all I'd add on that, Milo, sorry to jump in there,
Go for it.
With Gibble, I get it. They've never made Gibble a common spawn. It's always been very hard to get. Snorlax had its own frigging day when it was like fell asleep, and everywhere you're walking, there was a bloody Snorlax there.
Oh, God, yes, I remember that.
Yeah. And do you know what? So they're not precious about people having infinite amounts of Snorlaxes. People had loads of them after that day. So
yeah,
why they didn't just switch them on and have them everywhere throughout every single hour? No, I don't get it. Really don't.
it should have been more common than it was. Obviously it shouldn't have been crazy common, but it should have
of course
appeared.
not.
It should have appeared as much as Lapras did.
Yeah.
And
I think to be fair, though, Niantic obviously want to keep some exclusivity with certain Pokemon, like Dino, like Gibble, Snorlax. If everybody got one, it would be a case of right, done it, got it, let's move on. And they're obviously not wanting that. Like last week, Coops said that he wants to be done with Kanto. Niantic don't want us to be done with Kanto.
Clearly don't.
Dude, listen, I regret saying that. There is no way that's happening anytime soon.
It really isn't the case.
What did you say? I'll catch all the shinies I need, then I'm going to move on.
Yeah, and that's how high my expectations are, guys.
Well, we're talking about last week. Apparently, guys, we can predict the future, can't we?
Yes.
You can, not me.
Yes.
No, Ian predicted the future. Do you want to say, Ian?
Yeah, I predicted the fact that they was going to screw it up early, and I predicted the makeup day, and both of them were announced before most of the world actually even got to play the game.
I think we should talk about this, guys. Who wants to jump in? Because honestly, I found it absolutely hilarious of what happened.
Milo predicted that they weren't going to turn certain shinies on, of which Spiro was one, and I believe that is a direct quote, and they didn't do that. So that caused a lot, and that's an understatement, a lot of unrest over in New Zealand. Milo, fill us in with the rest of the kerfuffle.
Well, basically, Coops, you called the lag.
Yeah.
The massive amount of lag.
Yeah.
And obviously in with the makeup day. How it happened, they apparently people who didn't buy the ticket suddenly got access to the whole event.
We can't have that.
It just boggles my mind that sort of thing can happen. I thought this happened a little bit actually at Go Fest, didn't it?
Yeah, but this brings me back, bro. Like, I don't care what people say. Like, people always are, oh, Coops, you're so negative about the game. But this brings me back to my point. You do not earn 500 million in 24 hours, and it's fucking acceptable. It's just not acceptable. It's not acceptable. And people will bumlick Niantic. They always will be like, oh my God. Like I see some people that work at Niantic, they tweet out, and every single content creator underneath it was like, oh my God, it was so bloody amazing. I spent £400 to try and get a Chinese Snorlax, but it's okay because like, shut up, bruv. Like it's a joke. Like the whole thing is, it's not acceptable, lads. I'm sorry to earn that much money, by the way, in 24 hours, let alone this week with shiny Mewtwo, and to just to not turn on the shiny bro. It's a joke. Like, and people piss me off, and they're like, but obviously, like I said, I actually wasn't annoyed. I was actually creasing, and to be fair, getting a shiny Spiro or Paras was actually not on my agenda, so I wasn't too bothered.
Oh,
so, Coops, are you saying that everyone that works at Niantic is camp?
No. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
It's a big assumption. But it just boggles my mind that how did that happen? How did they just suddenly push the notification? Not every player in the world got it, but certainly some players in our local area did. There was a couple, and one of them bought the ticket and the other didn't. And
someone that didn't buy the ticket got a shiny Spiro.
No. Someone who bought the ticket got the prompt to choose their team, their color, red or green, and then they got access to everything.
Wow.
So that went live, like, I think even before when New Zealand had started. But before we'd even kicked off, they'd announced the makeup day. I think they announced the makeup day for every ticket holder. This is good to know. We haven't got full details on this because they haven't released much more information about it. But
Mark called it last week. It'll be on a Tuesday afternoon.
We'll have to see if that comes true. Yeah, let's see if that happens.
Yeah.
Tuesday afternoon.
While Coops are sat on the toilet catching his ditto.
Yeah.
Shiny Mew on the lavatory.
Yep, you know.
The whole thing with them pushing the ticket out to everybody, or a vast majority of people who didn't pay for a ticket, how does that happen? I don't understand how that happens.
You answered your own question, Niantic.
Niantic, it is true.
Yeah,
it is true. But as a result of that, we're getting a makeup day. So each of us called a factor on the Kanto event, which is excellent. Yes. So well done, guys.
And I will just say this, for last year, my makeup day was better than my actual day. So I'm pumped, man. I'm buzzing.
Well, I'm damn well hoping mine is.
Yeah, you need it, Ian, don't you? You need it.
Can I just say as well, before we move on to like the next part or whatever Milo sort of got written down, listeners, please don't think that I didn't enjoy the event, because I actually did. Like, the weather was beautiful. Like, I don't know about you guys. I know Mark said it was a bit dead in the morning, but I actually really genuinely had a good day. I just have such high expectations, and maybe it's my fault. Maybe I play the game too much.
You have too higher expectations. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Much higher expectations. Got to think more like Mark.
Yeah.
Go into it expecting nothing, and then you'll be fine.
I will for the makeup day, I promise.
That's absolutely how you got to play it. Chaps, I think that's been fantastic. Niantic bashing for the Kanto day, to be honest. Cracking.
But there was some
cracking
positives
stuff.
in there. There was a few positives in there, Milo.
I know. Like, to be honest, I had a really fun day. Despite not getting a shiny regional or a shiny Snorlax. It's something to hunt in the future. And I hope you guys sort of agree with that.
Yeah, so if you didn't get the Hitmonchan and the Hitmonlee, how would you feel? Be honest.
I would be deflated, particularly because one of them's a boosted shiny for your ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hitmonlee was boosted for red, and I did not get.
And you didn't
as I
get
say,
it.
Didn't
Coops
get.
Hitmonchan was boosted for you. You didn't get it.
No.
That's BS.
But this is what I'm saying. It just brings me back, which is actually quite a nice way to wrap it up. It brings me back to my first point. Any event, any community day, any day that you do in Pokemon Go, the game reflects on your mood and your feelings on the event.
Yeah,
it is
that's a
very,
really good
very.
point. Okay, yeah.
But I had probably the worst day in terms of shiny hauls out of the four of us. I thoroughly enjoyed the day. I loved it.
Looking forward to your video.
Yeah. And me.
Yeah,
When
you
did
won't
you
when you
post
see
it?
that.
Well, if you say you got no shinies and enjoyed it, dislike button. No, I'm joking,
dislike button
I'm
instantly.
It won't be the first time I had more dislikes than likes.
Right, chaps, we need to move it along to the event that's currently ongoing, because after the Kanto tour day, we've got another week of Kanto, and I want to hand it over to Mark to not necessarily discuss the events of the Kanto week, but what is happening at the very end of this month. So, Mark, over to you.
Yes. So we've got Kanto for a few more days, another week. And I think you're just going to have to put Incense on to get anything decent out of that, which is another money-grabbing method that they like. But hey, that's all right. However, we have got another event coming up. We've got the Kanto-themed Raid Day. So that is on Sunday, February the 28th. It is starting at 11 a.m. local time, finishing at 2 p.m. We're going to be able to raid Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres in this. And as part of the announcement, they got it right. If we're very lucky, these could be shiny, but we've known that for
Phoebus?
a while.
Wait, Phoebus? Wait.
Phoebus raids everywhere.
Phoebus raids. It also launches a new Shadow Legendary research line with Giovanni, so that's quite exciting.
Yeah, I'm actually pumped.
Yeah, and we also get a few free raid passes that we can use at gyms again. So they like doing that. We also get free remote raid passes come into the shop, and we can charge TM away frustration.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Finally.
Hallelujah.
And that is the Kanto
play the
themed
Hallelujah.
raid day.
Yeah, can't copyright filter in action.
It's less than 7 seconds. You might get away with it.
I don't think we can stretch that. So, how do you guys feel about this, Ian? On the note of the raid day, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm over it. They've brought the birds back that many times. They brought Lugia back that many times. I've got sufficient shinies of all of them. It's for the noobs, but I'm personally over it.
Right, Coops, what do you think of this Kanto themed raid day? 3 hours, actually.
Yeah, bro, I'm pumped, bro. I love raiding. I'm a big raider. All my friends are big raiders, so I'm pumped. It's a shame that there's not Mewtwo added in there. But yeah, no, I'm pumped, mate. I'm pumped. And I've got a hundo of all three, but I will still be raiding.
You're still raiding. You're still raiding for it.
Yeah,
And finally, Mark.
I'm done with it as well. You know, we've just paid £12
Mark
for a Kanto event with the birds in it. So I don't really see the point of putting 3 hours to do it again.
And we've got them all week as well.
I think it's desperate. I don't really see the benefit of it.
Boo.
And I'm being brutally honest. I love raid days.
Boo,
I love raid days, but again, I think it's about being with people doing it as well. Maybe I'm missing that element of it out as well. You know, remote
Possibly.
raiding has just changed my whole viewpoint on raiding at the moment. So hopefully we'll get back to the good old days.
Yeah, my big issue with it is, why is it 3 hours and not 6 during the pandemic? Because the Alolan Marowak shitty raid day that happened in December, that was 6 hours.
Oh, didn't you know the COVID thing's over? We're back to normal now.
Oh, no, I wasn't.
As
Have
far
I
as
just been
Niantic-
wearing a mask and people?
Yeah,
getting jabs?
Niantic have decided it's not a thing anymore. We're all good to go out. We're all good to raid.
Sorry. I'll
yeah.
adjust what I'm doing then, Niantic.
I think Niantic look at the Australian situation where actually they have got it under control, and fair play to them. But they see that and think that that's the same across the world. So
and then
maybe
they fuck them over in events.
Yeah, and California is fucked as it is. You know what I mean? It's like it's not good over there.
Ian, that's what I find so strange. It's not good where they're based, where Niantic Labs is based. It's weird. Yeah, really weird.
Yeah, very peculiar. But the 3 hours perplexes me. It really, really does. And I agree with Mark and Ian, to be honest. I will do the raid day. I will raid a little bit.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
The thing that puts me off this massively is the fact that we know that Legendary XL Candy is basically non-existent. So if you wanted to raid, like, Coops, you've got a hundo of each. I've got a hundo of only one of them, actually, 2 Zapdos. I would love to get XL Candy for them, but I can't do 700 raids, and I wouldn't do 700 raids to
get
3
the XL
hours
candy
to
that
get
you
the
need,
XL
exactly.
candy. Yeah, so it's a complete waste of my fucking time, personally.
Yeah, to be honest, actually, over the last few weeks, I've kind of just put XL Candy in the back of my head because I was really excited when it first came out. And like you said, Milo, when you actually realize and you proper deep it, no, it's actually a joke. Like the XL Candy is a joke. I don't even care about XL Candy. I'm like, when it happens, it happens. Whether it's in 5 years or 6 months, it will just happen when it happens.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a little sort of section to say that's happening on the Sunday, to be honest, which, it's there. I'd recommend you go for them. They are all very good, raid attackers, each of the birds, and they all have some of them have a place in PvP sometime, don't they?
Oh, hello, Mr.
Best
PvP.
Best of luck. It's only through the grapevine I've heard that.
I love that.
So what do those 3 letters actually stand for, Milo?
Glitch, bugged, lag.
Oh, do you actually know though what PvP stands for? Milo, are you being serious?
Perseverance, very perplexing.
Milo, are you actually being serious?
No, of course I did. Player versus player.
Oh, okay, Jesus. Oh my God. You got me nervous.
Do you think I am?
Coops, you went white.
Yeah, but even more pale than what.
That shows how talented of an actor I am. I'm clearly in the wrong business.
Fair play to you. Fair play.
Well, I want to move it along to probably some better news, actually. March's Community Day was announced a little while ago.
Oh, yes, here we go.
And I want to throw over to my guy, Coops, the legend, the GBL legend. Tell us all about the March Com Day.
Yes, so we actually have Fletchling. I've got to be careful because I usually say something else. But yes, Fletchling is March's Community Day on March. Sorry, I had to make you laugh then. On Saturday, March the 6th, in your local time. The same as always, what it's been for months and months. 11 till 5 p.m.
And it's a pretty sweet shiny, isn't it, Coops?
Do you know what? A little part of me really likes shinies that are just off of their normal color, but just a bit more saturated. I really like those shinies. But yeah, it's not a completely different color. But
Not in your face, but it's subtle. It's very, very nice shiny. Very nice shiny.
It's a nice golden tint to its plumage.
But yeah, and obviously if you evolve the special move that Fletchling is going to get, if you evolve Fletchinder, the evolved form of Fletchling during the event, you're going to get a Talonflame that knows Incinerate, which is Milo, is it a charged attack or a fast attack? I'm judging
it's a fast attack.
Yeah.
Hey.
Let's go,
which is it's available on a couple of mons like Ho-Oh and Typhlosion and
Rapidash has got it as well.
Rapidash got it. That key raid attacker.
Well.
And I love that. New shiny for the grinders and a PvP move for the GBLers. And listen, that suits me down to a T.
And it's about time, isn't it? It's about time we got a new Community Day shiny. Milo, was it 6 months or so?
It's Porygon. September 2020
so
was the
6
last
months.
new. Yeah, it's a little bit. I think maybe 7 months. I can't do my maths and work it out, but yeah, it's been a long time since getting a new Community Day shiny, which I'm of that sort of philosophy where I thought Roselia Conde was kind of a halfway house. Yes, it's not a new shiny, but it's a very, very good raid attacker, and it gets PvP moves, so that kind of covers 2 bases of the game.
Yep.
This Com Day, it's a new shiny, which I like my new shinies. I'm going to grind to get as many as I can, like I always do. And the PvP move, that's something for that community of the game.
Yeah, it excites everyone. And I think that's a really, really good thing in this game. If there's an event that excites everyone, I think they've done a great job. So yeah, fair play to Niantic. I'm very excited for this one. Shame it's not Stardust, it's XP, but
it is XP, but I guess
triple catch XP. That's pretty good for those of us that are still grinding towards
some
level
people
50.
who still need XP towards level 50. You're right, Ian.
Yeah, so I've only got 4 lucky eggs, and maybe that's why.
Triple catch XP without a lucky egg is still going to sort you out, because triple catch XP. If Fletch, I know because I had to do so many Fletchling excellent throws for my level 50 grind, so I've got my eye in. If you get your eye in, you can hit excellence on Fletchling all day, and the XP from that is sweet. But Mark, I wanted to chuck a question towards you, which is, this is a Gen 6 Pokemon. Do you think that this opens the door to some potential kind of, pretty new released Pokemon having a community day?
It's a strange one. It's a strange one because it's been over a year since we've had a starter have a com day. And I think the last time a starter had a com day was January in 2020. So if anything, that's proven logic's gone out the window with what future community day releases are going to look like. Because I think there's a lot of Gen 5 they haven't even dealt with yet.
Yeah.
Going to Gen 6. I mean, I've had a think about it. And if honest with you, I was very surprised they picked this one. Fletchling was a complete curveball. And I think there was an intern again, and we will blame the interns because I think that's it, where they said, right, we're going to release a Birdmon for Community Day. Here's its footprints in the grass. You can't fuck this one up. It's a simple one. And someone's gone, Fletchling. And now everyone's going, oh God, Gen 6? Wow, yeah. Is there some logic here?
It is a surprising choice, but I'm all right with a bit of a curveball.
No, and I'm down with it, by the way. Do I have any indication of what I think is going to go from this point? I still would be surprised if they don't go back to Unova. Unova needs to get its starters dealt with, I think, if I'm being brutally honest with you. So I think this could be a one-off, but I've been wrong many a time.
I don't think they're bringing starters back anytime soon. There's not enough of them to go back into that pattern. There's only 6 that are left, so they'd be done in a year. So then we'd be back to this uncertainty.
I mean, do we think they could space them out a bit more? Like, they were alternating months before. Could they alternate and just have do the 3 of them over the course of this year spaced out? Because it has been a long time, and they've chucked Shiny Snivy away with the Unova week, didn't they?
Yes,
they threw that one down the toilet. So I don't see why it is really interesting.
It is really interesting though, like how worried Niantic are about this game ending, because as we know, they release stuff so slow, and it feels like sometimes if you proper look at their patterns of what they do, they are so like Ian said, they can't go back to the starters, and you can see that they're shitting themselves. They're like, oh my God, if we do this, we're going to have to eventually give them Gibble and give them Dino and give them Litwick, and they're just holding on to everything as long as they can. Listen, it's a business, I get it, but yeah, I definitely agree with Ian there. I don't think we will see the starters anytime soon.
Damn, because I've got 200 Tepigs.
I love that.
But I'm quite hyped actually for the Com Day, to be honest, which I see that you guys are as well. So that's quite good. And with that, I want to shovel it over to the Ask the Intern section, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to throw it over to my guy Ian to dish some dirt. Not like we haven't done it already throughout the entire fucking episode anyway, but just throw some more dirt on the grave, shall we?
Enlighten us.
Okay, so I've got some soon-to-be classic excerpts here from Niantic's Twitter help. And we've got a couple to go at today. And Milo set the bar quite high last week, so I've actually got 3 or 4 here, which I'm going to go through, time permitting. So the first one, and again, we're omitting names here. I got invited to a lot of raids, and then as the countdowns for the raids start, it says that I need to walk closer to the gym. I missed so many invites. Niantic support. Hello there, trainer. If you're referring to the issue where players are asked to use in-person raid passes instead of remote raid passes when invited to a raid, we're looking into it. Stay tuned for more news.
Oh, great. So I'm looking into it. I've figured out is Niantic's way of saying, we're going for lunch, boys. Who's buying?
Pretty much. We're looking into it. There we go. Okay, which leads me on to the next one. The next little snippet of Niantic goodness. I did a Mewtwo raid, and we beat it. And when we did, I turned my phone off because my home was 30 seconds away. My battery was on 4% and it died. Now I can't get it. I know this probably isn't your issue, but I'd hate to be screwed like that. Niantic's reply. To prevent similar instances from occurring in the future, please make sure that you have enough battery in your device.
Oh, they're mocking it. They're so true, though.
They're mocking it.
They're
mocking
probably
it.
clowning on them, aren't they?
So, yeah, Niantic have very little sympathy for people that do not have power banks with them.
That's brilliant.
To be honest, Ian, I'm not really.
I don't dig, like, the thing is, if you play this game, you probably have a battery pack by now. Don't let your phone
You
die.
should have, but then really the guy even said that it probably wasn't Niantic's fault. But this one is one that did make me chuckle. I bought a ticket to this event and only got this screenshot of 7 shinies. So please, Niantic, the rate for catching shinies is supposedly higher. It's totally fucked up. Niantic's reply. Hello, trainer. Though the appearance of shiny Pokemon should be increased during the Pokemon GO Tour Kanto event, the chance to encounter a shiny is random. Use Incense and encounter as many Pokemon as you can to increase your shiny chances.
The Incense.
Use the Incense.
While you're listening to Incensed, a Pokemon GO podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Use the 1 hour incenses for an event that you've paid for.
Yeah.
Exactly. Why couldn't they just give us like a 5-hour incense or a 3-hour incense?
But we have com days. I think Go Fest.
Where it gives us 3-hour incense.
Ian, I'll be honest, mate. I would love you to read me a bedtime story with that voice. I like the way you put that on. I want you to read me The Gingerbread Man.
I'll read you anything, Coops.
You can read it to me while I stroke your Charizard back.
Oh my god.
You know what? We'll
Oh my
light some
God.
candles. We'll pour a glass of wine.
While we discuss mine and Milo's OnlyFans. Okay, let's wrap this one up.
This
Let's
has
wrap
gone
this
a
up.
bit
Anyway,
far.
before I pass this section back to Milo,
Oh.
how many of you guys got the email from Niantic for the survey to rate the event?
Yes.
I got one this
Yeah,
morning.
I haven't actually checked.
I haven't
Me.
checked either.
They're literally, you've got to do this survey. I have been brutally honest for the first time ever to Niantic with my
Are you
thoughts
sure?
about. I have. With honest, constructive feedback, and yeah, it's
That's why I'm not going to fill it out. That
Yeah,
point
I'm
there.
not.
With honest, constructive feedback. That's why I'm not bothering.
yeah. Don't rant. Just lay it down the way it is. Anyway, back over to you,
I'll have
Milo.
to
That
keep
is
an eye out
my
for that email.
excerpts.
Cheers
Lay
in
it,
for that.
lay it down the way it is. I'm going to remember those words before we get tonight.
You're talking about my shiny badge again.
Well, before we round up the podcast, I want to do this last thing. We talked about predicting the Kanto Tour day. Let's turn it back to the Valentine's Day event. And I want to throw it over to Mark to finish this off since he read out the announcement last time. Mark, what happened with the announcement and the subsequent shiny that was released?
So, if we were lucky, we might encounter Phoebus, and we actually joked about it anyway on the previous podcast. And in the end, they realised that they put out the announcement incorrectly, which is good of them to admit that. But
Yeah,
no,
Surprise.
what a surprise! But no, they actually doctored the original announcement for the event and slipped it in, hoping that no one would have spotted it. But if you're lucky, you might encounter a shiny.
As if they changed it 4 days after the event.
That was it.
started.
The event started. Everybody was like, "Oh, shiny Alola Molo is in the game," and that's cool. And it turns out, like on Twitter, we were like, "Hey, we can predict the future, motherfuckers! Look at this." We called it, and then suddenly they think, "Oh, hang on, we had an event announcement. We should probably change that, shouldn't we?"
They just copy and pasted it from 2017 or whenever bloody shiny Phoebus came out.
Yeah, Feedbacks was released. So I thought that was a glorious moment to end off the podcast with us actually
absolutely.
predicting the future of 2 different events. Clearly, we know what we're fucking talking about, lads.
And we made it through episode 2, so well done.
did.
Insert
Wow.
clap,
So-
applause.
Applause or cricket noises, Milo, whatever you so please. So we are going to round out this podcast. If you enjoyed listening, please do hit the subscribe or follow button on wherever you are listening to the podcast, on Apple Apple, Spotify, Google, if they get around to actually putting this out on
We
time.
are now live on Google, Milo. We
actually got
the
approved.
from
Does
them.
it mean that the upload's going to be quicker?
Well, last time I checked, nobody had actually listened to us on
No,
Google.
that's all right then. Clearly, people didn't go back to it. Anyway, if you did enjoy, please do also leave us a 5-star rating. It really does mean a lot. And thank you to everybody who has left a 5-star rating thus far. Drop us a follow on our Twitter at Incensed Podcast. There you can get updated with the news of all the different bits and pieces that we're doing, when we're recording, and of course, when the episode goes live, so you don't miss out. And did anybody incense a shiny? That's the question.
Nope.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing here either.
Nothing here either.
No.
That's BS. But let us know. Let us know on our social media. Tag us if you managed to get a shiny.
Do you know what that is, Milo? Before you end it off, #fun.
Hashtag fun, indeed. Hashtag fun.
Very fun.
That's been this whole episode.
Yeah, it's been a
And do you
massive
know-
fuck you, man.
And actually, before we finish this podcast, I just want to put a little warning out there that this podcast might contain explicit language.
if you didn't
Really?
notice.
Oh, is it?
Be offended.
If you're easily offended, we apologize, but there's not a lot we can do about it at this point.
It's also a bit fucking late, so you're probably aware by now. Anyway, so thanks for that, Mark. Well, chaps, thank you so much for joining for this episode. It's been an absolute pleasure to host it, and I hope it was bearable to listen to for all of you listeners. A big shout out to Coops' mate Brett for the music, of course. Absolutely cracking stuff. Best of luck with your shiny Mewtwo hunt for the Kanto week. Best of luck with that. And guys, how about a race for the Shundo?
I'd take a shiny at this point, to be honest.
Take anything. Well, look, thank you so much for tuning in and listening. We are wishing you all a very good week, and we will see you all in episode 3. Take care, everybody.